Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel CODETANK by Swati. In my previous video we have learnt what is JavaScript, why it is used and the history of JavaScript. Now in this video we will talk about the fundamentals of JavaScript. We will learn the script tag, external scripting, the code structure of JavaScript and the use trick directive. First and foremost, we are going to talk about the script tag. We can insert the JavaScript code in any HTML document by using the script tag. The script tag contains JavaScript code which is automatically executed when the browser processes the tag. In the example, you can see the script tag is showing alert hello world. It will show a pop-up message as hello world when this code is executed. As every HTML tag has attributes, the script tag also have few attributes that are rarely used nowadays, but we can find those attributes in the older code. First is the type attribute. The old HTML standard HTML4 require a type attribute in a script tag. Usually it was type equal to text/JavaScript. It is not required anymore. Second attribute is the language attribute. This attribute was meant to show the language of the script. This attribute no longer makes sense because JavaScript is the default language. So according to the modern standards, script tag doesn't require the type attribute and the language attribute anymore. Now we will talk about the external scripts. If we have lots of JavaScript code, we cannot put that JavaScript code in the HTML file because the HTML file will become very long. We have to create the separate file for JavaScript code with the extension .js, and we can attach that file using the src attribute as you can see in the example. There are some points we should keep in mind. The simple JavaScript code can be put inside the HTML code. The more complex JavaScript code should be in the separate file. The benefit of separate file is that the browser will download it and store that code in the cache. Other pages that refer the same script will take it from the cache instead of downloading it again. So the file actually downloads one, and that reduce the traffic and make the page load faster. Now the most common question that is asked by the developers, can we use the same script tag with both src attribute and write the code inside that script tag? The answer is no. The single script tag cannot have both src attribute and the code inside it. As you can see in the example, the first example won't work because this includes the src attribute and the code inside it. If we want to have both, we have to write the code with two separate script tags as shown in second example. Now we will talk about the building blocks of JavaScript code, the code structure. First is statements. Statements are the actions that are to be performed. We can have multiple statements in our code. The statement can be separated by using the semicolon as shown in the example. Now we will talk about the second building block of JavaScript code, that is semicolon. Semicolon is used to end the statement. Semicolon can be omitted in case of line break. The JavaScript interpreter uses the line break as implicit semicolon, that is called automatic semicolon insertion, as you can see in the example. Now we will talk about the third building block of the code, that are comments. As the time goes on, the program became more and more complex, and it became more difficult for developer to remember why this code was written and what this code does. So to avoid this kind of confusion, the developer adds comment in the code. Comments are non-executable code that tells the developer why this code is written and what this code does. There are two types of comments in JavaScript code. First is single line comments that are denoted by double forward slash, and second is multi-line comments that start with single forward slash and asterisk and ends with asterisk and single forward slash. There is one point we should keep in mind in terms of comments. The nested comments are not supported in JavaScript. We cannot put one comment inside another comment. Such code will die with an error. Now we will talk about the useStick directive. For the long time, JavaScript evaluation was going on very smoothly without any compatibility issue. That means new features were added into the language while the old functionality do not get changed. That has the benefit of never breaking the code. But the negative side was that if by mistake or by the wrong decision of JavaScript creators, they can get stuck in the language forever. This was the case until 2009 when ECMAScript 5 ES5 appeared. It added new features into the language and modified some of the existing ones. To keep the old code working, most of the functionality are off by default. You need to explicitly enable them by using the special directive, that is useStick. Now the question arises, what is useStick directive? useStick directive is a string that is added on the top of the script. When it is added on the top of the script, the whole script works in a modern way. The syntax of the useStick directive is written on the screen. There is one point we should keep in mind, that useStick directive is placed on the top of the script. If the useStick directive is not placed on the top of the script, the strict mode will not enable, as you can see in the example. Here are some important points about the topic we have discussed in this video. Please go through it and make sure you remember these points. As promised, here are some interview questions based on the topic we have discussed in this video. If you have any difficulty answering any of the question or you fail to understand any point, please let me know in the comment and I will surely reply to you. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so that you never miss the update. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.